kids, I am your teacher Diana and I will be your instructor for today. Today, we will going to discover something new and something big. Are you all excited to learn something new today? I cannot hear you. What did you say? I'm glad that you are all excited to learn to our new discussion for today. For today, before we start our discussion, I will show you two pictures and you are going to describe what the two pictures shows. Okay, the first picture please. And the second picture is okay, this two picture shows. What do you think this two picture shows? Yes, you're right. The first picture shows the dog is barking and the second picture shows the baby is sleeping. Now, if we compare these two pictures, what did you notice? Yes, you're right. This two pictures shows, the first picture shows that there is a sound and the second picture shows that there is no sound. Now, can you give me another example of things in our surroundings that have a sound? How about the things in our surroundings that have no sound? In music, there are also sound and silence. Do you know what is the sound and silence in music? Do you want to know what is the sound and silence in music? Now class, do you have any idea of our discussion for today? What do you think is our discussion for today? Yes, right. Our discussion for today is about the sound and silence in music. But before we start, let us first read our objectives. At the end of 45 minutes with 85% proficiency level, the pupils should be able to A. Identify the difference between sound and silence, B. Perform different body percussion using rhythmic pattern, and C. Give the importance of sound and silence in daily lives. Now, did you get it, class? Okay, class, are you all excited to have an activity today? We will have an activity. In this activity, the class will be divided into two groups. In the floor, I have put different color. If you see the color paper black, means you remain silent. And if you see the color yellow with a clap hand sign, means you need to clap your hands 3 times. And when you see the color blue with a tapping of knee sign, means you need to tap your knees 3 times. And when you see the color pink paper with a snapping of finger sign, means you need to snap your fingers 3 times. Did you get it, class? Do you have any questions or clarifications? Okay, again, when you see the color black means you remain silent. And when you see the color yellow with a clapping of hands sign means you need to clap your hands. And when you see the color blue with a tapping of knee sign means you need to tap your knees 3 times. And when you see the color pink with a snapping of fingers sign means you need to snap your fingers 3 times. Did you get it, class? Okay, now I will play a music and you will perform different body percussion. And the group who will perform this activity well will get a perfect score. Are you ready, class? Now I will give you 1 minute to practice in this activity. Okay, class, now let's start. I will now call the group 1 and group 2 to please fall in line as we start our activity. Okay, class, now based on our activity that we have done earlier, what have you noticed? Can you share what have you noticed, class? Okay, aside from that, what can you share? Okay, now when you clap your hands, do you hear any sound? Yes, you can hear a sound. And when you stop clapping, do you hear a sound? Of course not. We cannot hear a sound. In music, there are different musical symbols. A note is a musical symbol that represents a sound. Different notes have different amount of beats. A rest is a silent beat, and when you see a rest symbol in a musical piece, you remain silent. We have also a quarter note, which denotes a one count or a beat, and we have also a half note, which denotes a two count or two beats. Let's remember the chart. This symbol called the rest. This symbol is called the quarter note, and this symbol is called the half note. And when you see the quarter note, means you need to clap one time. And when you see the half note, means you need to clap your hand two times. Now, did you get it, class? Okay, if you get it, let's perform a rhythmic pattern. Now, let's perform this pattern. Okay, very good. Now, let's try to improvise. The first group will clap their hands, and the second group will tap their dust. Now, let's perform this rhythmic pattern. Okay, very good. Now, did you get it, class? You have any questions or clarifications? Okay, if none, I have a question. What note is equal to two counts? Yes, it's right, a half note. What note is equal to one count? Yes, you're right. It is a quarter note. Now, what do you call to the musical symbol that represents a sound? It is a, yes, it is a note. And what do you call to the musical symbol that represents a silent? It is a, it is a rest. Now let's have an activity. And this activity, the class will be divided into three groups. This activity is called the Rhythmn mo. Now, each group will be given a different rhythmic pattern and different ways to perform it. Now, the first group will perform this type of rhythmic pattern and different ways to perform, and this group 2 will perform this, and group 3 will perform this. But before we start, let us first read our rubrics. Now, for the delivery, we have 10 points, and for the content, we have 10 points, and for the cooperation, we have 10 points, and for the total of 30 points. Now, I will give you 10 minutes to prepare the activity, and you can go to your groups. Now, after we have done our activity, what do you think is the importance of sound and silence in our daily lives? Hmm. Do you think it is important in our daily lives? Yes, it is important because we are able to hear and appreciate the beauty of music. Now, without silence and without sound, the music will be dull and lifeless. Do you agree, class? Yes. Now, for our evaluation, please answer this. Now, for your assignment, please copy this in your assignment notebook. Now, goodbye, class. See you again.